Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and today I'm going to tell you exactly why you want to stop being Mr. Nice Guy, especially when it comes to money and making more money. Now, one point in my life, honestly, I was too nice, okay? To the point where it kind of felt like I was being taken advantage of. Like, I had family ask me for money and I would give in, although I didn't want to. I had jobs where I wasn't being paid appropriately, but hey, guess what? I'm not gonna say anything about it. And I also had friends and people ask me, hey Tommy, can you do this for me? I'd be like, yeah, sure, because I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Now, if you don't like confrontation, if you don't like negotiation, all these things usually point out to you just being way too nice. Now, am I telling you, hey, don't be Mr. Nice Guy? Yeah, you don't want to be that. But I'm gonna tell you, hey, be Mr. Evil Guy, the bad guy. No one likes you. No, just be guy or gal, okay? Just be you. Say yes to whatever you want to say yes to and say no to whatever you want to say no to. You know, the most powerful quote my mom told me was basically, Tommy, you'll know exactly who your real friends are when you say no. Because some people are gonna get very mad at you, and some are gonna be like, okay, that's fine, no problem. And that's usually gonna be a good friend. And also, another quote by a great guy, his name is Jordan Peterson, and he says, you wanna have the ability to have a monster inside of you, but not utilize it all the time and have it fully under your control. Because that way, you have the ability to confront people, to negotiate, to get what you deserve. But you don't want to be Mr. Nice Guy where that's your default. That's all you are. You're just quiet and never ask for what you deserve. And usually, you don't get anything. Because in life, you get usually not always what you deserve, but also what you ask for. You know, I know that because one of my friends, he wasn't asking. And all of a sudden, the guy that was not as good as him got a raise and got to work from home while he didn't, because he didn't ask for it, okay? But then that's changed a lot more. But also, guys, in this video, I'll tell you about 5 things you don't want to be nice when it comes to your life, okay? And you actually want to get it done. And usually, just finances for this video, but it could give you ideas for having a more happy life where you do what you actually want to do and where you don't do what you don't want to do. And by the way, sometimes you do things you don't want to do because you want to, help someone out, and that's fine. But it can get out of hand, so I'll try to help you out with that, okay? But overall, guys, if you guys are new here, welcome. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you're notified. And on top of that, also smash the like button because it helps a lot. So thank you guys so much by destroying the like button. It helps the video a lot by pushing it out there to the algorithm and the YouTube gods, okay? Now, the very first thing is, guys, by the way, great shirt to wear for today. I'm not angry. This is just my face, okay? It's very true. But overall, guys, the very first thing is basically not asking for a raise or for what you deserve because you're just so grateful you got the opportunity, or for example, you got the person as a client. And by the way, guys, this is not good because you shouldn't be getting a raise or getting more money by raising your prices because, hey, I have more needs, I need to do this. No, everything is based on your value and what you deserve. So if you've been in a job for a while and you haven't gotten a raise in a while, but the market is showing, hey, inflation is up like crazy, and basically my job makes more money, I have a lot of experience, here's the value given to the company, I deserve to get a raise. And here is the data. And you go out there and you ask for it, okay? And by the way, you gotta stop thinking about, hey, I should just be grateful for this opportunity. I shouldn't be ungrateful. The answer is no. This is business. You're getting basically what they want to give you, but you should get exactly what you deserve. Not what you want, but what you deserve. Whether it's, hey, my price for the pens I make is $1, but the market right now is $2. Hey, I'm gonna start charging $2, okay? Hey, I work for this company. They pay me 15 bucks an hour, but the market says $18 an hour. Hey, I am gonna ask for this raise. So I'm gonna spend the next week writing down everything I do for the company, what the market rate basically is, and why I basically deserve a raise based on the market, not based on my opinion. By the way, before you do this, don't just rush in there and ask. No, plan things out. One great finance guy I love when it comes to raises, his name is Ramit Sethi, and he has like a whole blog about it. Here's his face right here, and his website is called I Will Teach You to Be Rich, and he has articles there or blogs on how to ask for a raise and do it effectively, okay? So watch his videos and go to his blog. Not an ad, no collaboration, just great information. And also, for those people that are gonna watch this part of the video and say, well, Tommy, I'm not in it for the money. I just want to take care of my basic needs. I just want to basically give all my money at the end of the day to charity. That's all cool beans, yo, but it's also important to get what you're worth. That's only fair. And it's also important not to think about you wanting more money as you being selfish. No, you're getting what you deserve, and it's okay to give to charity and also have a very nice car that you actually enjoy riding in or going on a nice vacation. You can get dual motivation from charity and also getting the things that you basically want. It is okay, okay? It's not just, hey, I don't want to look selfish. You know, that's fine, bro, but it is okay to want both. It's very okay. Now, number 2, guys, is not, for example, leaving a job or leaving a business or a group of people, okay? Especially when it doesn't make sense anymore. For example, the most loyal person that I know personally is my uncle. Like, he is loyal to the core. He keeps it 100 all the time. But he had this job and I was like, yo, you're not really making that much money. Maybe you should ask for a raise, okay? Or maybe you should go somewhere else. Like, nah, Tommy, I love this company. I've been here forever. It's so good. And then 2020 happened. They laid him off. And he's like, you know what? They don't love me like I love them, okay? And then he changed his mind. And now he's getting a license. And on top of that, he's getting some certificates to actually be able to go somewhere else and earn more money. Because guess what? That's a company. The company lives to make money and basically take care of the business owner, but he has to take care of his family. And that means, for example, hey, if I go to 2 identical stores, but one has a cheaper product, am I gonna go to the one with the expensive product? No, I'm gonna go to the one that was cheaper, but the exact same thing. Meaning, hey, if I have a job and I'm not getting paid enough, I'm gonna go ahead and try to leave to go somewhere else to earn more money. That's fine. And by the way, my cousin works in logistics. I won't say his name or where he's from because obviously I don't want him to have any problems. But he works in logistics and he does great. But he usually looks for other jobs and then takes that information to his employer and I say, hey, they're offering me this much over here. Are you gonna match it or are you gonna make it better? And he's done this twice and he's gotten raises both times, okay? But now he's still leaving because he found another company that pays him a lot of money, is also just a lot more easier and is exactly what he wants, okay? When you have a great job market, don't limit yourself to a company. And by the way, by you leaving the company, it does not mean you're an unloyal, you don't keep it 100 or whatever it is. No, it's just business. And yes, you can still be friends with those people from the company. And by the way, one thing I highly recommend, you don't want to be that person from Instagram or social media where they quit and they're like, yo, I'm quitting this company, I'm done here, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. That's stupid because you basically burn bridges. Don't do that. You want to basically leave, put in your notice, say thank you, perform greatly, and then potentially, if things don't work out somewhere else, you still have that door open there and you still do great work and they know exactly who you are. And that's fine. Always leave the doors open. That's great. Now, the third thing, guys, you're probably being too nice with is not negotiating, especially with big ticket items like a car or a house / an apartment, or for example, a new job, right? Now, by the way, most of the times because basically you're too nice, you're embarrassed, and on top of that, you don't want to initiate any confrontation. You're just too nice. Oh, you know what? Like, is it really a good deal? I don't want to be too crazy. Or you're embarrassed. I don't want to ask for a discount or negotiate and then be looked at as if I can't afford something. Who cares? And on top of that, I don't want to start any confrontation. The answer is it is business. It is negotiation. And by the way, when it comes to big ticket items like a car, a house, a job, guess what? Saving or making an extra 5% or 3% adds up to a lot of money. So you want to be able to negotiate. And negotiation is a skill. You're not born with it. Don't believe the BS out there. It is not something you're born with. It is something you develop and you basically build. So anyone out there can learn it. Now, by the way, this means when you're going to go buy a car, people usually try to negotiate and say, hey, you know what? They have an MSRP price of this much, so I got to negotiate somewhere around there. No. That is just suggested retail price. There is also an invoice number, or for example, the dealer cost price. You can find that out through Kelley Blue Book or by asking the salesperson, like, hey, how much did you get this for? And then negotiate with that price. Meaning, hey, although I bought this pen from the manufacturer for $1, this is just, I sell it for $3. So I don't negotiate the $3, I negotiate on how much you got it for, and I try to get a very good deal where you win but I also win. Negotiation goes a long way. Also, with an apartment or a house, for example, a house, you can negotiate the closing fees, the furniture, also the home price. There's a lot of places you're able to basically negotiate and save a lot of money. And again, we're buying something for like $200,000, saving 3% or 5% is a lot of money, okay? Or a job. I used to, guys, true story here, I used to sign up for a lot of jobs, okay? And when I finally got one, I was just so happy. And I used to be like, okay, what are you gonna pay me? Awesome. Sometimes I wouldn't even ask how much the pay was because I was afraid that that would basically make me not be able to get the job. Just by asking, they'll be like, okay, we're not gonna hire you because you sound like you're too interested in money. I am, okay? I wanna know how much I'm gonna get paid. And by the way, whatever they offer you is not written in stone. So if they offer you $13, $20, $60, doesn't matter. Look at the market price out there and then use that as a good starting point. Be like, hey, I think that's a great offer. I think that's a great starting point. However, is it possible to do this much? And here's why I actually think that, because the market is this much, I'm able to offer this to you and all these things. Negotiation is key because the difference in you making, for example, $15 and $20 is a lot of money every single year. So you want to make sure you're getting as much money as you can. And don't just think that, hey, I just want to get my foot in the door and then I'll ask for a raise. That's fine sometimes if you're like, for example, starving and you're going crazy, right? And you really, really do need money, but you gotta be open to negotiate. Open to negotiate, especially when you're a valuable person. That's just fair. Now, number 4, guys, is, for example, being Mr. or Miss, we can always count on you, okay? This includes, for example, you're always saying yes to everything, even the things you don't want to say yes to, especially with money, for example. You lend money to family or friends, you do jobs for below your rate or for free because you don't want to confront anybody. Or for example, you do things when you just basically don't want to do them. And by the way, I get it, you know, being honest here in life, what don't you want? You don't want to be rejected or scorned or looked at as, hey, you can't count on that person. The answer is you're not responsible for other people's obligations or idea of who you are supposed to be in the relationship to them. Doesn't work like that, okay? In context, that means, hey, I'm not responsible for what you want out of me. And every time you say yes, you're saying no to something else, okay? So that means, hey, when you ask me to do this job for you for free or below my rate, I'm saying no to either my girlfriend or my wife or my kids or doing whatever the heck I want, that this is not it, okay? So the answer is you gotta be open to doing these things, to saying no. Now, I did this, for example, with family. Some family asked for money and I said no. And I thought I was gonna be like, okay, they're never gonna talk to me again. The answer is no. They kind of understood it. And they were like, okay, that's fine. If you can, you can. If you can't, that's fine. That's great. But if you lose friends over this, then you pray and you say, yo, thank you so much, God, because that was not really my friend, because they're only interested in what I can do for them, but not who I am. And that's not what you want, okay? So yeah, it is okay to say no, especially with money, especially, for example, also, if you are a business and you're providing a service and people are asking you like, hey, can you do this for me for X amount of price or whatever below your rate or what you're actually worth? Say no. You know, I used to be Mr. Everybody can count on. But then that cost me a lot of time. You know, whenever I used to edit videos for people and do a bunch of things, and I'll basically get paid whatever. I'll be like, okay, I can just do it for whatever. Just send me whatever you want. It could be free, whatever. No, don't do that. Have a rate in mind, make it happen. And by the way, for example here, video is long, but I want to really share everything, guys, and with stories so you guys can get the context. But earlier this week, I was hanging around with 2 of my aunts and one of their friends. And my aunt, by the way, is a professional cleaning lady. So she comes to my house also. I pay her her rate and she cleans and she also cooks for me, which is awesome, right? It's a service, so I pay for it. Now, my other aunt said, hey, can you come back and clean my house, okay? Now, for context here, my aunt, the cleaning lady, went to my other aunt and cleaned her house for free just to help her out. But now she thinks it's basically like a norm now and said, hey, can you come back and clean my house for free? And I said, because my aunt doesn't want to be confrontation or look very greedy, I say, hey, she's a professional. She has a rate. So you kind of got to pay her. And then my aunt said, the other one, right, that's not the cleaning lady, said, well, if it was me, I would never ask for money. So what do you do there? When somebody's trying to guilt you into saying yes, see, that can happen sometimes. You say, yo, I understand. That's fine. You know, I'm sorry I can't help you in that way. If I can help you somewhere else, then I can. But if I can't help you there, that's fine. Especially with friends, okay? When they ask you for money, you say, yo, I can't help you financially. I'm sorry. Is there any other way I can help you though? Just say that. And that should help. If they don't want to be your friend, that's fine. They don't want to be your family, that's fine. They come around, okay? But you don't gotta put stress on your life and then you're kind of like left like, oh, I did this, but I really didn't want to do it, okay? And by the way, don't confuse this with, hey, my friend asked me for a legit favor and I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. Sometimes it is okay to be like, okay, I'll help you out with that, even though I don't want to do it, okay? That's fine, but just don't get taken advantage of. That's the difference right there. That's where you draw the line. Now, the last one, guys, here, if you made it all the way to number 5, congratulations, leave a like, and also comment down below, let me know, yo, I made it, Tommy, okay? 100% loyal or whatever, all right? But number 5, guys, is learning when to call it quits with financial detrimental relationships. This can mean, for example, friends, family, or romantic relationships where you're either having to spend more money to keep up the relationship or being asked to spend a lot of money, or it's just, for example, not in your financial well-being to be able to, like, you know, example context here. I had this friend group, and this friend group involved spending a lot of money, whether it was eating out, buying clothing, and all these things. And when I took away all those things, I really realized that we really weren't that close of friends anymore, because what really made their friendship like core or real was spending all that money. But once that was taken away, it really wasn't anything there. So that's what I mean. When you have a relationship and you have to kind of like put yourself in financial trouble to keep it up, the answer is you probably don't want it. Or you could just do a test, take that out of the relationship, and see how the relationship kind of holds up. That's the idea. Guys, that's about it though for this video. Hopefully it does help you, and hopefully it tells you that, hey, being Mr. Nice Guy is not always what you want. Just be guy, okay? Just be guy or gal and do things appropriately. And it is okay to be confrontational. It is okay, by the way, in a professional way, obviously. It's okay to ask your worth and all those things though. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified. And on top of that, also follow me on Instagram or call me, link down below, or right here, watch more content, or here, subscribe to channels, and peace out. Long-term team out.